This is the Capitol Rundown.
Basically, anybody who wanted something for their special project at home basically got it.
We'll work together. Like I said, I'm honored that we're taking this first step today in protecting children.
I think at this point it's very difficult to envision a scenario where the former president's chief of staff at the time, Mark Meadows, does not end up giving public testimony.
It's all straight ahead. The Capitol Rundown starts now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Thompson. It was another big week in politics with a surprise hearing of the January 6th Commission and the continued reaction to the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, the case that had guaranteed a constitutional right to an abortion. Here in Lansing, the decision prompted Governor Gretchen Whitmer to ask the Michigan Supreme Court to consider her case immediately. She filed suit over a 1931 law that bans abortion in Michigan. The law is currently on hold because of a lower court injunction, which means abortion is still legal here for now. But the debate is splitting families, parties, and even county prosecutors. Some of them have pledged to enforce Michigan's ban on abortion if it takes effect, while others say they won't. Capitol Rundown reporter Josh Sanchez has both sides of the story.
Lauren, earlier this week, Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker says he would enforce the state's 1931 abortion statute. But Ingham County Prosecutor Carol Seaman stands by her promise to not to.
That it's my obligation to protect the safety and well-being of our community, and that, in my opinion, to prosecute providers who are providing a necessary medical service to persons is not what I want to stand for.
Ingham County Prosecutor Carol Seaman says she was mortified as a prosecutor and as a woman when the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which allowed trigger laws banning abortion in several states to go into effect. On Monday, Attorney General Dana Nessel reminded Michiganders that the state's 1931 abortion ban is the subject of a temporary injunction in a case between her office and Planned Parenthood of Michigan, making it unenforceable by her office and every county prosecutor in the state. However, attorney David Coleman, who's representing Kent County and Jackson County prosecutors, says otherwise. The injunction does not affect enforcement on the county level.
What they're trying to do is bootstrap in our clients, like the two prosecutors we represent, to say, well, they're bound by this injunction also. That's ridiculous. That's a joke. Our clients are not parties to that case. They are not working in concert with the Attorney General. They're not an agent for the Attorney General. They're not an employee.
Seaman says she believes both arguments have some merit, but with the level of discretion prosecutors have, she's steadfast on not enforcing the nearly 100-year-old statute. As for the Supreme Court decision, she says a lot of uncertainty is ahead for cases concerning access to birth control and even same-sex marriage.
We run the risk right now in our United States Supreme Court of losing some fundamental rights that we take for granted.
Now, Jackson County Prosecutor Jerry Derzinga says he will also enforce the 1931 abortion ban, saying, quote, if the police submit a report for review, I will approach it the same way we do when any request is made to review a case for charging a state law violation. So there is a lot riding on the Michigan Supreme Court's decision on that abortion ban, and we'll have to see where the future is for abortion access in the state. Lauren?
Thank you, Josh. But Michigan's battle over abortion isn't limited to the courts. The fight is also taking place at the state capitol and in the streets. In the legislature, there's a bill that would update the 1931 ban so it would be enforceable in the post-Roe v. Wade era. The Protection at Conception Act calls for a sentence of up to 10 years in prison and a $100,000 fine for anyone who performs an abortion. And on the streets, people continue to gather petition signatures for the Michigan Right to Reproductive Freedom Initiative. Now, if approved by voters, it would enshrine the right to have an abortion in the Michigan Constitution. The group behind the drive says it has the 425,000 signatures it needs, but will spend the next week getting extra signatures before the deadline on July 11th.